Hey, this is Brian Kurtz with the Short Sale Show, the show where we talk about how you can use the short sale process to avoid foreclosure, save your credit, and bring little to no money to closing. Today I have some people here, some fine people that I worked with. We just wrapped up today a short sale on your house in Taylor. And what ended up happening, if I recall correctly, you guys gave me a call because a friend of yours said, hey, give Brian a quick ring. He knows what to do in this type of situation. Now, in your particular thing that you had going on, you had payments that were unaffordable. What was going on there?
Payments jumped up to $3,200 a month.
30 from where? So $3,200 from?
We started at 17.
Okay.
And little by little we crept up with the taxes, and then everything else just moved up with the arm and all that. And then next thing we know, we were paying $3,200 a month, which is outrageous for a house note, especially with our income, you know. So what happened was we realized that we were just working and paying for the house.
How much were you working to pay for the house?
Well, I always worked 2 jobs, but I was working more hours on both jobs, and she started working 2 jobs, and so everything basically was going toward the house. You know, we were falling behind in the other bills. So that really, when we just came to a decision and said, hey, we can't do this no more.
Okay.
So we have to live for ourselves, not for the house.
Okay. Now, so when you contacted me, and we sat down initially, I remember it was, here we are in July. We had a few delays in there just because of the city, you know, your prediction. Yeah. We had like 2-3 week delays because of inspections on the city, which is unusual. Overall, your actual short sale went much faster.
Yeah, it did.
To getting to the approval point than most.
I was really impressed by that.
The if I remember correctly, the you owed like, let's see, what do we have down here in the notes? You gave me this nice testimony. I really appreciate it. I'll make sure that if anybody asks for it, we'll get it to them. You owed about $256,970 on the home at that point in time. When we sat down on day one and we ran through the numbers, pretty much the general consensus was we need to start this house out at about $215,000 to even be within a ballpark range. And what did you think? You know, when you said we were going to put the house on the market at $215, what were your thoughts?
Hope somebody come and get it.
Yeah, I thought that was a good start.
Okay.
And then we had looks. We had good looks. And then once it started lowering, we started getting more looks. And I was just impressed with how many people were actually coming by. And I was like saying to myself, man, you know, for the market to be the way it is, and we just put it out there. I think the first week we put it out there, we had like maybe 4 or 5 looks.
Okay. Now, and that just goes to show you, if you're offering good value on the house, and people feel they're getting a good deal, then you're going to have traffic going through. However, on the other hand, it starts making you feel like you got all these people going through and then you don't have any offers. You're like, what's wrong? You know, do they not like the house, or are they just stupid, or what, you know? I mean, in fact, when all was said and done, we had to march that price down all the way to $175,000 before we got an acceptance or an offer. And, you know, that's just kind of common right now. The buyers are not out there looking for just a good deal. They all want to get the best deal ever. Their whole concept is, you know, everybody's afraid to buy right now because they know the market's going down. So as soon as they buy it, it's going to be worth a little bit less the next day anyway.
Yeah.
But really, what people are worried about is they know market's going to come back up, but they don't want to be that couple sitting at Thanksgiving dinner in 2012 and talking about how their house is and be the only person that's like, well, you didn't get the deal of the decade. That house right there, you should have bought that house for, you know, $5. You know, and they don't want to feel like an idiot.
Right.
And nobody really knows if they're getting a good deal when they're buying a house or not. They hope they are. They think they are. Maybe their agent tells them they are. But that is part of the factor going in there. So we got the offer at $175,000. We started to open up negotiations with the bank, worked back and forth. Like I said, the process went a little bit speedier, smoother for you. I mean, just like any short sale deal, there was bumps in the road that we had to overcome, had to have a few meetings together, but nothing that was impossible. In the end, the numbers ended up being that we had to get the bank to accept $98,015.43 less than the amount owed. So almost $100,000 in write-down overall from what you owed to what had to come out on paper on the day of closing. So what was your thoughts on that whole type of result there?
Well, for me, the biggest thing was if the bank would accept
Yeah.
whatever we had to offer. That was the main thing. Getting the buyer was one, then the next step was the bank.
Okay.
Yeah. And the way you worked, you know, you and what I like, the one thing that I really like is that you kept in contact with us.
I tried to.
You told us.
Yeah, I definitely tried to do that.
Yeah, you told us what was happening, and look, this is what's going down. Okay, we have to do this. We have to do that, and that's the one thing that a good realtor does. You know, and dealing with the banks, you were pretty much right on top of that. That's what I was. You know, it's why I referred somebody to you.
I appreciate it.
You know, because I was like, hey, look, you gotta check this guy out. He's doing this, he's doing that, he's making things happen for us. And he can get you out of your situation if you need it. You know, so, you know, and right now, I can say my blood pressure's down.
Oh, good.
I
Good.
can breathe.
I know, this weekend you were telling me you were kind of like hyperventilating on the phone when you were working through some stuff. You're like, my sugar's all messed up. All right. Todd, Valerie, I appreciate you taking the time just to kind of share your story with people out there. Hopefully, if you're watching this and you need some assistance, you owe more on your house than what it's worth, and you are worried that you can't afford the house, and you're also possibly worried that you cannot sell it because you owe more, and you're thinking, hey, maybe foreclosure is the only option. Think again. Here's real people that got real results, and feel free to contact me on the number on this webpage. I'm sure that we can go over all the options that are available to you. Make sure you have the information to make the right decisions. Once again, my name is Brian Kurtz, and you are watching The Short Sale Show.